As someone who has had multiple fitness transformations over the years, I know a thing or two about transforming your body from the inside out. I used to be so shy, so scared to even enter the gym. Didn't know what I was doing in the gym, struggled with like social anxiety and was really insecure in how I looked. But stepping into the gym has literally transformed me physically and mentally, and my confidence has just gone to another level. I now show up as the girl who I used to look up to, and that's actually one of my proudest things. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you my top 11 tips to transform your body inside and out. Let's get into it. Before we get started, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, I'm Adina. I'm a fitness and wellness lifestyle content creator, and this year I decided to restart my YouTube up, and I thought the next video let's do a chatty one where you guys can actually get to know me and my fitness journey, and I can help you guys glow up and do the same. I've been working out for about 8 years now, but I would say the last 4 years is when I've taken it more seriously, and I've actually stuck to the plan, had a routine, had goals, had structure, and managed to become my best self. I actually started the gym at my very lowest point in my life. I was going through a really emotional breakup. I just wanted to feel better about myself, to be honest. I was feeling really insecure, really sad, really undervalued, unwanted. And back then I was really petite, really slim. I was really insecure about that. I just felt like I had no curves, and my mum and sister, they're more curvy. DNA was no, just let her be straight up and down. As well as getting over the breakup, my main goal was to just grow my glutes and my legs, because I'd never had that before. So I started lifting weights, doing my hip thrusts every week. I remember mainly just doing hip thrusts because I didn't really know what to do. Working out became more than just growing my glutes. It actually became my coping mechanism, my escape from reality, my little boost of endorphins and happiness throughout the day when I was feeling down. And now 8 years on, it's literally just ingrained into me. It's part of my lifestyle. I see so many benefits from it as well. I honestly feel like it's a butterfly effect. Once you start working out, you start having discipline for yourself, and then that snowballs into other areas of your life. You start being happier, you start having a routine, you start showing up for yourself, and so on. Let's get straight into the tips. So the first one is to know your why. Your why is your driving force, it's your purpose, it's the reason why you're actually gonna get out of bed and go to the gym. So it needs to be something really strong, something that's gonna motivate you. It can be a physical goal, so let's say you're going on holiday in 12 weeks and you wanna look your best. Or it can just be a feeling. Mine at the minute is mainly just accomplishment. I can get my workout done and I'm gonna feel some sense of accomplishment about myself, and I'll feel happier. So me, it's mainly just about the feeling now. The second one is to have a plan, a gym program, an app, just something that's going to tell you exactly what you're doing, is catered to your goals for a certain time period. I've just finished my 12-week Hourglass guide. I did it from January to April, and that was all the workouts for 4 days a week. So I didn't have to go to the gym and think about what am I doing today. It was already there, I already knew what I was doing. And also within that, I could track my weights week on week, make sure I'm pushing what I'm meant to be pushing, and I'm actually progressing. So definitely have a plan that is catered to you and your goal, and it's just honestly going to make things so much easier. And then talking about plan, the next one is to follow the plan and not your mood, or follow your mission and not the mood, however you want to word it. Follow your mission, follow your why, follow the plan and not your mood, because every day you're not going to feel motivated. Honestly, most days I don't feel motivated at all, but it's my plan and my discipline that gets me there. There's literally those videos on TikTok at the minute where it's do it tired, do it sad, do it happy, and that's actually so true. Whatever your mood you're in, just go to the gym. The next one, which I'm kind of covering, I feel like these are all interlinked. This one kind of is I've covered it as well. But whatever your goal is, whether it's fat loss or muscle gain, make sure you're lifting weights. You don't have to lift weights every day, but lifting weights is going to get you to your goal faster. Lifting weights helps with fat loss, lifting weights helps with muscle gain. My body transformed the most when I started lifting weights, and I feel like when I speak to girls and they tell me their fitness goal, it mainly is to tone, and tone basically is having muscle definition and lowering your body fat percentage so you can see the muscle definition. But you're only going to get that muscle definition if if you actually lift weights. The next tip is to make sure you're progressive overloading. This is where you intensify your workouts week on week. So it can either be by upping the weights on your lift or increasing the time under tension, adding like supersets, pulses, anything that's going to make the exercise harder than it was the week before. So I like to track my weights, and then the following week I will add like a 1.25 or 2.5 onto the lift, just to make sure I'm actually getting stronger. Your muscles are working more and they're going to grow. The next one actually seems so obvious, but it actually took me a while to like realise it. Repeat the basics over and over again. So to get my glutes from this to this, I have literally hip thrusted twice a week, and hip thrust is one of the main exercises for glute growth. I do my step ups, Bulgarian split squats. Like, these are the basic exercises that I will do and repeat because I know that they work. Why am I going to spend time doing other exercises that kind of might work? And if anyone tells you that you can grow your glutes, I'm a stairmaster, they are lying. Exercise in a way that you actually enjoy. You're not going to actually stick to the plan if you don't enjoy it. Let's say Pilates, just because they're like trending at the minute. You might go to Pilates and you might hate it, but you feel like you have to do it to look a certain way. But you're less likely to stick to it if you don't enjoy it. For example, I've tried to get into running like multiple times, but I've just realised I'm not a runner. Like, I'm just not. I do run, but I feel like I have to feel like I want to go on a run to run, and that's when I do, to be honest. But I don't think I could run like 5 times a week or anything like that, because I just haven't got that like passion for it. Where lifting weights, I feel like my passion lies there, and I know that I can do it every day because I actually enjoy it. I actually enjoy that pain of lifting weights. Recovery is key. Please don't overtrain. Let your body rest. Especially if you are resistance training, you actually need to let your muscles recover so they can grow. A top tip is to always try and leave at least 48 hours in between your next leg day. Don't sleep on walking. Walking can actually transform your body so much. People think it's like a myth, but it's actually not. It is basically a form of low intensity steady state cardio. I promise you, you will actually notice a difference in your body if you are walking 10k steps a day. And it doesn't have to be like such a big task, like, oh, I need to go and walk. Try and do it like strategically. So if I'm gonna go work in a cafe in town, I'll try and pick a cafe that's further away so I can get my steps in that way. Walk to the gym sometimes, I'll walk to my nail appointments just so I know that I'm walking somewhere. But also, I do have a dog and I do really enjoy walking in the morning. If I don't go to the gym first thing, then I will walk in. Now, if you have scales, that's fine, but please just don't obsess over them. Honestly, I haven't weighed myself in about a year, I think. I weigh myself like once a year because I just don't care about the number on the scales. It's more about how you feel, how you look, how strong you're feeling. So I look at things like that, like obviously tracking my weights. I can see I'm getting stronger. I can feel that I have more energy day to day because I'm looking after myself, I'm moving every day, I'm eating healthy, and I can see that my body is transforming, which is also a sign of progress. So honestly, the scales, they're okay, but just they're not the be all end all. Breakfast is actually the most important meal of your day. It actually is, and a bowl of cereal is not going to cut it. I'm sorry, it's not. Breakfast needs to be high in protein so it can keep you fuller for longer, and especially if you are working out, you need a high protein breakfast that's got carbs as well. It's going to give you energy for the rest of your day. So yeah, try and aim for at least 20 grams of protein in your breakfast. It could be eggs, bacon, sausage, a breakfast smoothie. I actually had a smoothie this morning. You'll definitely feel fuller for longer and you'll feel more energized throughout your day. On the topic of food, I felt a difference when I actually concentrated on whole foods and the 80-20 rule. So this is where you're gonna eat healthy 80% of the time, and the other 20% is your time that you can eat whatever you want, feed your cravings. Let's say you do a diet and you totally cut all your sugar out and cut all your favourite snacks out. You're most likely going to go back to old habits and you're going to eat them again because you like them and your body talks to you and it tells you what you want. Where if you're eating 80-20, you've got that little 20% that you can just eat your favourite foods. But that's okay because the 80% of the time you're eating well. This way you can be able to maintain it for longer. I say whole foods because I know it's my first ever walk I did years ago. I was just basically eating whatever. I just thought it just meant like just eat more of anything. So I was eating more takeaways, more snacks, more chocolate, everything. Yes, I gained weight very quickly, but the majority of it was actually fat and not that much muscle. Don't be me, I learned the hard way that your macros and what you're actually intaking, your nutrients, is actually really important. So I try and focus on whole foods now, and most of that comes from home cooking. So I do mainly cook at home and probably eat out like once or twice a week, but nothing major. But I do mainly cook all my meals at home. The last one seems so obvious, and I know everyone says it on the internet, but drink your water. I always aim between 2 to 3 litres, and this actually makes such a difference. Do you know that sometimes when you feel hungry in your stomach, you're actually just dehydrated and you need a drink? Just had to get my tumbler real quick. I know these were like a trend, but ever since I have had my tumbler, I do drink more water. So I do actually think this is such a good tip. Like if you haven't got one of these, get one. This isn't a Stanley, this is just a dupe off TikTok shop. We need water to function. It's good for your gut health, skin, hair, nails, everything. Water is the answer. Those are my top tips to transform your body from the inside out this year. Honestly, I feel like once you start implementing all these things, you will feel the transformation in your whole life, like all aspects: health, relationships, confidence, self-worth, your discipline. Everything just levels up because when you're showing up for yourself every day, you naturally become like more empowered. Basically just become her and become the person that you want to be. I feel like I wouldn't have got to who I am today without, number one, stepping foot in the gym, and number two, implementing all of these things. I know a lot of these are easier said than done. They say it takes 28 days to form a habit. But if you start now, imagine where you'll be in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. And I guarantee it does become easier over time. It becomes so easy that it just becomes part of your lifestyle, and you'll look back at your old you and you'll be like, who is she? I don't recognise her. But yeah, I feel like that's the whole point, like becoming your best self. 1% better each day, that is the goal. Hopefully this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments if you are on a fitness journey at the minute, and I can't wait to show more of my fitness journey on here because I feel like I'm just getting started. So make sure you like and subscribe for the next video, and I'll see you soon.